Todd, and yes, it's early in the morning at some places. Well, I guess depending on where you're at, it might be getting pretty close to noon now. But anyway, I have these parts here, and I feel kind of bad because I actually finished printing these a while ago. I just could not mail them out because I realized I was out of boxes. Well, since then, people have asked me many questions about it, about what's included with the set and how's it work. And I was just getting ready to do a fit check, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do my fit check live so everybody can see it, and then I can show the person who's buying it. So here are the parts right here, and let's go ahead and clean off all the supports and heat up the little tips and bend them and get them ready, and then we will put it together and I'll try to answer some questions. So if you guys have questions about this, now's the time to ask. I probably won't look at the questions while I'm putting things together, but I'll go back and check them out in a few minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and get the supports off these pieces. And it's always fun when these come off easily. This looks really nice. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that floor piece. Oh, I was pulling them off and you guys couldn't see what I was doing. But we got one floor piece ready. Oh, I didn't do the bottom pieces here. It's always nice when supports come off easy. Sometimes they're so hard to get off on some projects. Oh, let's try this one here. Oh yeah, these are coming off beautifully. Now this wall and the other wall I just did, they're both the exact same wall because I actually use 2 Castle Grayskulls to make my ultimate Castle Grayskull, for those who don't know. So what I do is I take a Castle Grayskull and I take it apart and pull the hinge out, and then this hinge, once you pull it out, you can then use this exact same wall and duplicate it over here. Now when you do that, you have to pull the elevator shaft out, otherwise it's weird having 2 elevators right in there. And so with all my sets that I have on eBay right now, all 4 of them, they all include this piece right here, and this is the elevator shaft cover. You just put that right on there and it blocks that off. In fact, there's somebody right now who just messaged me. Hopefully he sees the video. I didn't send him a link, but if not, I will send him a link to this video in a few minutes, who actually asked about this question in particular. All right, so now let's go ahead and continue taking off the supports. Now this person ordered the unlighted set. So the unlighted set comes with just a small little piece in the front here, but that small piece works great. I actually designed the small piece afterwards to make an economical version, but I found out there's actually some huge advantages to the small set, and one of those advantages is that the trap door works better with the small set. All right, so now we got our walls, we got our small piece up front here, and we got our floor pieces. So let's go ahead and put these floor pieces in. The first piece we have is this big giant square piece, and this just happens to go right like that. Da-da-da. Now some people like to use just the square and they just close this right up and make a nice little square Castle Grayskull for themselves, which works really good in the way that I used to do it a long time ago. The only problem is when you make this square like it probably should be, is that it completely blocks. Oh, now I'm knocking stuff around. It completely blocks this trap door from opening because this floor's in the way. And it also blocks this ladder from going in those holes. So the way they designed this, you cannot do a square like it's supposed to be, because Castle Grayskull originally looked like a keep instead of a giant castle. You have to open it so far in order to fit the ladder, which then is why I made these pizza pieces. Now, because it's 3D printed, you'll see there's small little holes once in a while along the way. That's just part of the printing process. It's to be unavoidable. Or you'll see some lines and some bands of lines as well. And again, it's the same thing. It is unavoidable. And so you will see these bands of strips around on every one of these prints when you get them. Now, normally, what I used to do is I would take and sand this down. As you feel it's kind of rough, really rough on here. And then I would add some resin all the way around it after I sanded it, and sand it a few more times and then paint it. And I would actually use Sherwin-Williams and have Castle Grayskull green actually color matched at their store. Now I have videos on painting this, and I have the color match numbers already in there that work great. So if you want to get one of these sets and color match it, that's the best way to do it. Since I sell these raw, you also sometimes have like a little lip across the bottom here, and you can see this one right here all the way along, that you may want to sand, or maybe sand and fill. You don't have to. Some people just leave it just the way it is, and that works too. All right, let me go ahead and slide this last piece in here. Now we have our floors all in place. All right, so the next piece I want to put in is this little piece right here that goes in front. Now the reason why I made these in the first place, in the beginning, is these floors sag. They sag a lot. And we had the same problem with the Classics Castle Grayskull. And so I used to use coat hangers, the plastic ones, and I'd cut them up to fit just right between here to hold these things up, especially with the other one. But then I was going to make little pillars, and I eventually designed this wall set, and it's got a little indent right here, and this indent actually goes right in between there. You just slide it right up in there, and look at that. That creates that support, so now that's not all flopsy mopsy. And that was the reason for these walls. It's not to look cool, which they do look cool. It is to keep that from sagging down. Now, they did make a newer version of Castle Grayskull, which looks the exact same as this one, where the floors have beams inside of them. It's a little stronger than the first release, but it's still the green one. I don't know what the gray one looks like yet. I haven't got it, and I don't plan on getting it, but I'm guessing the gray one probably has the new supports. These next pieces here, these have to be bent a little bit for it to work. So let me go ahead and heat these up and bend these. I happen to have my trusty heat gun right here, and I'll just take and warm this right up. Now I have mailed some out in the past and forgot to bend these. One time Mike got one. He's like, "Hey, those parts fit kind of tight, Todd." I'm like, "Oh, I forgot to bend yours, Mike. Sorry about that." So I made a video really quick, showed him how to bend them with his hair dryer. You just heat them right up, these little pin points right here. And after you heat them up, you just take and you just kind of bend it over just ever so slightly, just to angle it. And the reason for this is these parts are slightly angled right here, and by angling those you just make it fit so much better. So just let it cool like that. Then we'll do the other side. Just heat that right up in there. Now when I try to mail these, I try to have these already bent and ready to go, so hopefully I don't forget to bend them on your set. But if I do, sorry, I've only forgot one time, a Mike guy. But it's funny, Mike's actually one of my admins here. He's a really cool guy. And again, just hold it in place till it cools. And we'll just set this aside so it can cool, and we'll do the other one. And then we'll put the walls in a minute. When the heat gun's really hot like this, it happens pretty quick. Keep it moving so the parts don't melt on you. And you just hold that right out. And you can see, you just bend it a little bit. Just like so. Then when it cools, it just stays that way. Okay, one last one. Now don't do it with the front one, only do this with the side ones. And let's go ahead and bend this one. Oh, not hot enough yet. Whoa, a little too hot that time. There we go. And just kind of hold it in place until it starts to set up a little bit. And then you can let it cool. Cool. All right, let's set this one over here. And let's finish building this while those cool down. So, this one right here. Again, it's got this cool ledge all the way across here. And the floor literally bumps up against there. So this part goes under the floor. This part goes in front of the floor. So that little ledge right there is the dividing point. And you just stick that right in there, just like so. And then once you get it in there, look at that. Look at that. See, it just fits perfectly along that edge. And it just looks spectacular. All right, so now let's do the other side. Now this side fits a little more loosey-goosey just because it's not fastened into the castle. And it works the exact same way. You just get that right in there. Line up your castle wall. And there we go. Now we got it. And now that floor set's complete. And it works great for the original Origins figures. The doorway's a little short though for the Filmation figures. And I'm guessing for the 2000X it'll probably be a little short too. But there you go. There's the floor set. So, the guy that just ordered this from me on eBay, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. This is your set. I'll be mailing it out today. And there you go. Normally it's a 6-week turnaround for most sets, but I usually get it done in less time than that. So it just depends on what printers are free. But there is your set, man. And again, it does include that floor piece, which works great for shutting off that or closing out that elevator shaft. It's funny, when I designed this, check this out. If you actually got a second one, you can actually put it where the elevator shaft is. So if you don't want to remove the elevator shaft but want to have a floor, you can still block it off. Now, I came up with this idea a long time ago. I made it out of foam with the original Castle Grayskull from the 80s, because I did the same thing. I put 2 Castle Grayskulls together and made my Ultimate very similar to this. But with that one, I actually made a roof for it. It was really cool. Anyway, again, mostly made out of foam, wood, plastic boxes, all kinds of other stuff. Let me check your guys' questions. Let's see what you guys have. And then I will finish packing this up so it can be taken to the post office. Let's take a look here and see. What? No questions? Hey, that makes it easy. All right, well, thanks for watching. And like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey. And I will see you guys next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, because that helps the channel a lot. In fact, sharing helps us more than anything else. My channel blew up because my friend Mike started sharing the videos every single day, and that's what caused my channel to blow up. So if you want to help, the best way to help, not spend money, not send gifts, but to actually just share the videos. All right, thanks for watching. Bye now.